finally, I want to show you the simulation of flickering light. Please start the simulation to click the icon, the center. Please. Okay. Nobody there? Okay, please. Thank you. The character is one flashing in every 3 seconds. As you see, the left one is flickering light, and right one is the standard conventional LED flashing pattern in Japan coaster. Okay, so how do you feel this one? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, please stop there. So I'm looking forward to hearing your comments or opinions. And thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
So that was well done. 8 minutes, you expanded it to 14. Very good. Okay, so this was the last speaker for this session this morning, we're now looking for questions. We have some time for questions. Is there a question out there? There is one.
I thought that last presentation was absolutely excellent. Thank you so much. You said the flicker effect diminished from 2 nautical miles and beyond. Did you experiment at 5 nautical miles, 3, etc.? And do you intend to do that?
You can speak into the microphone there on the table.
Yes. Actually, the first experiment showed that the flickering effect is only the 2 nautical miles. At the final tests, we used the conventional real lighthouse, and the lantern nominal range is 2 miles lantern. It is a small lighthouse. But even though such small lighthouse, the submariner reported that they see the flickering light from 3 or 5 miles. Of course, it depends on the transmittivity and weather of such things. But we need to still find how much is the flickering effect is continued. And actually, some years ago, we held a kind of specialist meeting regarding the flicker. Omar also attended. At that time, the French experts suggested to use a kind of the conspicuity range or something like, but it's difficult to calculate such matter because, as you see, the flickering effect is different by colors or different by ambient light or something like that. But I think still even the 2 miles of the conspicuity range is very useful for quickly found like such a small light or buoys.
Yes, I could say a little bit more about that because a couple of years ago we conducted an experiment in Copenhagen. It was in conjunction with the Ayala Light workshop. We had a flickering light which was flickering at 10 Hertz at 30% duty cycle, and we were on a vessel and we sailed away from it while watching the flickering light, and then we also sailed towards it again. I don't remember exactly the distance, but it is quite clear that the sensation of this flicker is dependent upon the illumination level on the eye. So if you are far away, you may not even see the flicker. You see a steady light, and then if you come closer, you will start to see the flicker. So that was a good question, yeah. Further questions? Yes? The gentleman from Spain.
About the flickering in the short distance, is possible, can be confused with the very quick light
Was this for Maguchi?
Yeah, it's a very good question. And one thing we are concerned before conducting the final experiment, if the mariners confuse the flickering light with another light. Actually, there's one opinion out of maybe 200 questionnaire, 200 response. Only one opinion says that it's some confusing the light with you know, the ambulance car on the land. So they say he said that he confused with flickering light with ambulance car on the land. That's only one question. But I think we need to ask the ANM committee to if the flickering light is we can use normal IR flashing pattern or special flashing pattern we need to develop. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Further questions? Chambers, don't disappoint me. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Is there one?
yeah, up here, Omar. It's for Rainer Strenge. It's just a practical one about this guideline you were mentioning. Is it all possible to get that in English, or is it in German only? I think we are a lot of members who are not that good in German, and we could be interested in having that one.
Well, I'm afraid not at the moment, but the specification can be downloaded from our web pages, and the specification is as a short description and very clear, working with tables and calculation methods. So, however, we will have a translation within the next couple of weeks. I can promise it.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. Also, of course, you've heard of Google Translate. Could be used. Any further questions out there? Okay. I don't see any movement. Well, this then leads us to the conclusion of this session. Is there anything? No?
I just wanted to mention the so-called HIVUS study. That is available in English. I don't know where, but I could find out for you because I was involved by myself in the translation from German to English. The HIVUS study is that one that deals with the environmental impacts of the lights, and if you can, for example, switch off the lights in those situations where they are not needed. So detection of airplanes and ships, and then switch on and after that off. Well, the air lights were more in focus there than the shipping or navigation lights, so we were lucky they didn't focus so much on us.
Okay, thank you. I really like the Japanese beach party there, looking at flickering lights. Must have been great fun. So, this brings us then to the conclusion of this session. Thank you all. I have one note here. Don't forget to register for the charity soccer games tomorrow afternoon. It is said that registration will be open now, so I'll leave 10 minutes for you to register before lunch. Thank you. This session is adjourned.